Oh my God, I screwed it up day one. I'm so sorry, guys. It's all new setup. I'm trying to fix some things. Would you intercept me? Oh, yep. And there's my wife calling. No sound. I just fixed it. Everyone can hear you. You want to say hello? What? Okay. All right. I love you too. Bye. You guys. Yep. There we go. Sorry. What is up, everybody? How is everyone doing? What is that on my face? That is the thing that is going to differentiate me from Sean Ryan. That's what I'm growing. I am being summoned by Mrs. HLC. How is everybody doing, man? Oh my God, I've been busy. As you can see, I've been pretty busy. Trying to get set up here. The missus painted the room. She went all off trying to make sure that the lights were set up the right way. Everything in the back is specifically designed to be there for a reason. Yeah. Who designed your office, Nick or Eli? Believe it or not, I hopped on a Discord call with Nick, and I was like, this is what I'm working with. And he's like, all right, move that, bring that, lower that, do that. Like, dude, he fucking helped out so much. Thank you so much. I saw LaRue was in here. How you doing, buddy? We're going to give you some horns. Uh-oh, Weapons is in here. Oh, no. So, basically, what I'm getting at is I know more about the A10 than pretty much anyone who's ever existed. You're 5x5. Let's go. What is up, guys?
Would you intercept me? I'd intercept me.
My guy, good to see you on a stream. How's the situation up in the Middle East looking, and what's it mean for us here stateside?
So, it's a mess. What it means for us here stateside, I honestly don't know. That's a really, really good question. Basically, Iran for years has been pumping money, missiles, weapons, all sorts of shit into Hezbollah, Hamas, the Houthis. They dabbled in Al-Qaeda for a little while. They might still be fucking with them. I don't know. But so they never directly attacked anyone. Well, you can only attack somebody so many times before they go to the source. So, like, while I don't think that going that heavy-handed was necessary, I understand the logic for it. Does that make sense? Say we give the kid his intercept. He does deserve it. Glad you finally joined the dark side. I'm working on it, LaRue, man. I'm doing the best I can, buddy. If the U.S. does decide to go in, can we take a moment and pray for the safety of our armed forces during the conflict? May God Almighty protect them. Absolutely. 100%. Like that's the one thing that sucks. Every time there is evil in this world and good men have to stand up to it, they risk their lives. It's not a good thing. I wish we didn't have to be world police. I wish the world would just chill the fuck out. I really do. Unfortunately, they won't. Now, as you know, there's a lot of people like, well, it's not our war, blah, 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 blah. Yes, I understand that, but every time the U.S. kind of, hey, it's not our war, we're going to stand back, it didn't turn out well. So what I explain to people is if you don't stand up to evil in the moment, you doom the following generation to stand up kind of in a bigger way. So that's the way that I look at it. They also hid bin Laden's son. They did. Iran has been sketchy for quite some time now. Glad to finally be able to catch another stream. Love the new setup. Looks like enough room for an Eiffel Tower. I haven't even watched that kind of consensual episode. They made it while I was moving, those bastards. But isolationism doesn't work. Absolutely, Weapons. You're 100% right. And this is the thing. So I got into a debate with somebody, and I love engaging in intelligent discourse. Like, this is why I believe this way, not just attacking me. Like, you can find some opinion on the internet and they're always going to attack you, right? But when someone's like, well, this is why I look at it this way, I enjoy the shit out of that because, hey, this is why I feel this way. So some people are like, well, it wasn't our isolationism, it was our expansion that kind of triggered the Japanese Industrial Revolution. And while I agree with that, if not us, then somebody else would have triggered it. That Industrial Revolution would have happened regardless. And the only time it became a point of contention is when the Japanese were trying to get more supplies. I think it was rubber and something else through the Dutch East Indies. And guess who was right there? Uncle Sam. That's where it became a conflict. Prior to that, I don't know if you guys know this, there was a certain time, I believe it was late 1930s, I think. There was an American diplomat who was like, hey, I'm leaving Korea, because it was still one country back then. I'm leaving Korea. That's some pretty prime real estate, and just left. So, yeah. Some people say, yeah. Is Pepperbox getting more exclusives? Yes, potentially. I may be launching another one there that I'm working on, and I'm potentially launching a second YouTube channel, one that is more history focused for some of you guys that enjoy some of my content. But yeah, good to see you, bud. Question for the kid: Canards are gay on planes. Are they also gay on cars? Yes, I actually had this argument with weapons. I was like, because somebody said that like a spoiler is pretty much a canard for a car, and I agree. Or I said that, and he's like, well, no, it's not. Canards are on the front. They're small and they move. And I was like, okay. So we were kind of all over the place. Tell the kid to get ready, set off a nuke. They set off a nuke underground from what I understand. Well, underground nuclear testing is perfectly legal by like everything. So are they supposed to have one? No. But underground testing is kind of legal. I know. I'm hoping the kid finally gets his. I really am. You guys may notice this bottle of bourbon back behind me. I want to bring this up here. So on the next, it's either the next. We filmed 2 of them while we were there. One of the episodes of Habitually Fat coming up on Pepperbox. We went to a liquor store. Now, why would you want to go to a liquor store in DC? Well, rumor has it certain politicians, I'm not going to say by name, frequent this liquor store. The individual in there found out I was retired military after giving us the whole history of alcohol. Like, this guy knew, like, well, bourbon started in this time, in this place, by this person, because these barrels were burned and wood was expensive and blah, blah, blah. Like, it was fucking cool, right? And he found out I just retired from the Army, so I got it's from Green River, Kentucky, bourbon. And it's for the Army's 250th birthday. He gave that to me. I told him I would pay for it, and he's like, no, absolutely not, man. So that's kind of a cool thing that I got. DC, you should be at the weed shop. No. I'm still on terminal right now. I cannot partake. Trust me. It's maybe down the road, but it's not going to be like a focal point of my life. How was the Sergeant Major of the Army? Honestly, super down to earth. Really carefree. But I will tell you, when I made that post about like he refused to do keg stands, it's because me and Tackett, so if you guys watch the show Man vs. Morning, Tackett, one of the guys in there, we both had a few too many fucking wine coolers or whatever you want to call it, right? Okay, they had kegs there. And I was like, we should totally ask Sergeant Major of the Army if he'll do keg stands with us. And I went over, took that picture, and then Tackett, fucking bull in a china shop. Love the guy. He just bolts over straight to Sergeant Major. He's like, you should totally do a keg stand with us outside. And he just went, no, and just walked away straight through the fucking crowd. I was like, you know what? I can't be mad at the guy. That's fair. My new setup is hot. Thank you so much, Cooper. I appreciate it. Greetings from Alabama. Hope you're all settled in. What is up, Rotten Reaper? How you doing, buddy? Rotten Reaper is a good friend of mine. We go way back, and he's probably the closest person to me, like, in the armed services. So I'm hoping everything's going good for you there, bud. Shots? I'm not doing shots right now. I actually haven't really drank since I got out of the Army. It's not like I'm, it's a moral obligation or anything like that. It's just I haven't really had the need to, and I've just been busy. Every day, all day. So my beautiful wife, unfortunately, she hasn't realized that Rome was not built in a day, and she seems to think that our entire house can be unpacked in a day. Wither, you son of a bitch!
Me? I'd intercept me.
That was a great stream on the Army birthday.
A Pepperbox stream.
Personal pleasure to embarrass you in front of everyone.
Much appreciated, Wither. They were like, "Who's Wither?" And I had to give them the whole backstory. Wither, damn you. But yeah, so all day I help Mrs. Linecrosser set things up in the house and unpack, and I do dude stuff. I've hung way more TVs. Also, I have banned her from buying light fixtures, considering there is one in this house that has not been changed by myself or a member of her family when I'm not here. So I told her she's banned from buying light fixtures. But yeah, it's been super busy. Knox is by the door. I have the puppy cam over there just for him. He was on the cam for a little while. Buff said, Jesus, guy, you spend a week away from work and retirement. Shaq, you're the McCready Internet research base. That's funny. I don't know how long I'm going to let it go. It's already itching like crazy, but I tell you right now, beard brush is money for the itches. Because it just, like, I know I don't have enough to actually brush, but it just itches like crazy. It's insanely itches. Where's Secret Agent Man? Oh, you talking about Fritz? Deeper voice. I have a deeper voice. What are we talking about? Well, listen up here, kid. You gotta listen to some things. When it's time, you need to go in there hard knock. You need to make shit fucking loud. All right. I kind of did the F-15 after Trace Adkins. That's the best I can do. So yeah. This is my suggestion request for the kids' intercept monologue. Include, who do you think you are? I am. I'm not sure if I get that reference, but I did have another really good idea if he finally gets his intercept. So I hope, my only hope is that I deliver a video that is good enough for you guys. Like, that's what I want. I want something that is gonna like make you laugh and enjoy it and just really get pumped up for the kid. I don't know exactly which way I'm going with it yet, but I do hope that you guys enjoy it. That's all I really want. I need a battle with Jeremiah Weed when the kid gets his first. Long history of the U.S. Air Force. Lysol alcohol and a touch of gasoline. RT, are you okay? Blink 3 times if you need assistance. How was the Eiffel Tower? That is the last fucking time I miss a kind of consensual episode. That is the last goddamn time. Eli, Rich, Nick, you hear me? I'm never missing one of those again, you sons of bitches.
Would you intercept me? I'd intercept me.
It was very fun on my part, but I couldn't donate more on the last stream because YouTube has a spending limit.
Whether, like, honestly, man, if you just show up, I'm good with it. I do this just to talk to you guys, but I'm always thankful. You know, I'm always incredibly thankful for everything. I expect a full-length feature film of the kid doing this thing in Iran. In Iran? You done messed up, Iran? Where's my tax couch? I don't know if I get the joke there. Is there something that I'm missing? I don't know if I fully understand. How much for you guys to release all the footage of Rich being aggressively drunk on the cut episode of Kind of Consensual they showed highlights of? I don't know. So like, this is the thing. We didn't get hardly anything from Rich because he just couldn't keep his computer recording. I still have my entire lost episode. It's literally labeled Kind of Consensual lost episode. But the downside is my audio and video, you don't get any of Rich from. So like, you just get me laughing and talking about what he says. Miss a few streams, got a DUI you got a DUI on a skateboard? Really? This is your first stream, Funny Cats? Welcome. Cheers from the Middle East. Electric Dragon, you take care of yourself out there, man. It's sketchy. It's scary. You got a DUI on a skateboard though, bro? I would be pissed. Like, I wouldn't even feel like I did anything wrong. I would just be upset. Hugs from MS, is that Mississippi? Massachusetts? I don't know. And Buffalo. Hi. He heard his name. It's not time yet. I just wanted to call for you. How about you go to your spot? Hey, go to your bed. Bed. Come on. I look really fat at this angle. Will you go to your bed? Go to your bed. It's okay. Go to your bed. Bed. Knox. Bed. I mean, I look fat at every angle, but... Thank you so much, Angie, by the way. I'm just going to leave this here. Cheers for... Oh, yeah, I did get that one already. I'm fine. That's the line from the song about Jeremiah Weed. Look it up and look up the Afterburner drink using it. Oh, the Afterburner drink using it. All right, I'll take a look about Jeremiah Weed. Oh my gosh, I'm not going to say it this time. Beards have a threshold for when they stop itching. A little different for each person, but not much. Deployment, MWR sales, no shave chit. You'd see a whole crew itch. Yeah, it's been itching for a couple of days now, so I'm hoping I'm getting to the end of it. Like right as I say itch, my throat starts itching. I hope you guys like the new angle of the puppy cam because I wanted to get up close and personal so you guys could really see that dude. Because that is my best buddy. He next month he'll be 11. He'll be 11 next month. Anglerfish, thank you so much. Sad I didn't get a chance to see you in the unsubscribe, guys, at the 250th Army birthday. Bro, we couldn't walk 5 steps without someone stopping us, which is fine. Like, all of us are totally fine with that, 100%. It's just, dude, we were out there in that heat from like 8 in the morning till, God, the sun went down. It was rough. Congrats on the new place. I hope the kid intercepts an F4. It would be so poetic. I think Buff would be happier about that than he would. Quick history question for you. What is the longest unbroken treaty the U.S. has? My brain wants to say START treaty, but I don't know. But I mean, we've kind of broken that. Everyone's kind of broken the START treaty. I don't know. I don't know enough about treaties. Pay attention to Bicoline's Ternoi donation tomorrow. I'm unfamiliar with what that is. Also, what's the doctrinal common point between spear, brown bess, a rolling block, and an AK? Simplicity? I mean, simplicity survives. And reliability. A spear's pretty damn reliable. I don't know. I'm trying, Carter. I'm trying, man. Have you ever heard of the F-82, coolest aircraft of World War II? The F-82, is it the Sabre? No, F-80. Bro, I have not had any time to look into planes. MS is Mississippi. Thank you, Kato. Every airplane person has their airplane. I don't know when I will get to everybody's, but I'm trying. Brandon Herrera. Rich is his secret lover. I want to take a picture of that and send it to Brandon right now. That's funny as hell. Will I do a new Franklin video? Franklin visits the Space Force. No, but I have, in the spirit of everything that you guys love, I have worked very hard, and we have progress on the Franklin plushie. We have progress. Which is this progress. We were supposed to have this done October of last year. Didn't happen. So, can I get a hell yeah? Of course you can get a hell yeah. Hell yeah. I don't know. Our friendship treaty with Morocco, I think. Is it? I don't know when the Franklin plushies will be live, but we will see. And then I want you guys to make sure you get them as quick as possible. It's a limited run. I only have 500 of them coming, so I'm not trying to tell you guys what you can do with your money, but I know a lot of you have asked for Franklin plushies, so I wanted to try and work my best to get those sent. Seeing the videos of the F4 Phantoms and the Tomcats being droned. Oh, bro, the Tomcat ones, like it hurts. It hurts, man. Like, I get it. It's the end of an era, and like the Tomcat can't compete in modern. But like, I think everybody who was born in the late 80s, early 90s fell in love with the Tomcat because of Top Gun. I really think so. I absolutely think they deserve better than being droned on the runway. 100,000%. Binox a dog-friendly beer. Oh, they do have those. Yeah, they do have those. So the good news is the city in New Mexico that I'm in is very dog-friendly. So they have a bunch of like breweries you can go to where like they're all outdoors and you just take your dog with you. Like very dog-friendly city. Hey, from an OIF vet. No shit. 88 Mike. IED finder. I'm sorry. Miss C and 70-ton packages of freedom going into combat. I hope it's limited strikes from the air. I really do. And I think that's what the game plan is. That's the only reason that the U.S. would pull back on the leash. Reports indicate that the Ayatollah Khamenei, like Israel was about to eliminate him, and the U.S. was like, no. And I think that was a lesson learned from Iraq. Is that if you kind of let them take charge of their own fate and just augment it, it's a lot better than ripping it down and nation building, which makes a lot of sense. Tactically, anyways. I don't want to, you know, comment or speculate, but like that's what I think. I have nothing else to base that off of. Just so you guys know, I have nothing else. He looks fatter at the sideways angle. Whoa! Once I get my house settled in, I'm getting back in the gym. Kill me. God damn. Just activated my Pepperbox sub. Head straight to your channels. Needless to say, worth it. Congrats on retirement. Open back up the P.O. Box soon. It is on my list. It is on my laundry list of shit to complete. Robin St. Pierre, how you doing, buddy? I'm still working down. Why are you hating? Recent events in the news have got me thinking what would happen if the U.S. were to drop 3 GBU 57s on the same target in a 15-minute interval. I mean, provided you could get them to land at the same angle. Public available information is 600 feet of solid rock you'd punch through. Or maybe it's meters. I can't remember off the top of my head. But it's 200 something per GBU 57. Those are the MOPs, right? I'm shooting in the dark. Let me just make sure the GBU 57 is the MOP. I'm almost positive. Yep, it's the MOP. Okay, just wanted to make sure I was understanding right. What? You know something about a bomb? Yeah, it's crazy weapons. Look, I know stuff about stuff. I know things about stuff. Morocco, they were the first country to recognize the U.S. as a separate nation and have been our friend since. Look, I'm going to be totally real with you, and this is probably the American public education system coming out fucking swinging. Is Morocco a country? I thought it was a city in, was it Spain? I don't know. What bunker buster was made from a tank barrel again? I can see it in my head. Is it, oh shit. Oh, I can see it in my head. I know exactly which one. I know what it looks like, but goddamn, I can't remember it. That's Monaco. So, hey, look, weapons. I said this is probably the public education system coming at me, all right? The U.S. Army YouTube page commented their 250th video will feature Brandon in a Why I Serve video if the comment gets 1,000 likes. Everyone go there and like that comment right now. 100%. I don't care if you leave this video right now and come back later. Go fucking do that right now. That is hilarious. Oh my god, it did that damn thing again. I love that. The doctrinal common point between a spear, brown bess, a rolling block, and an AK is that they're all their era's perfect hasty peasant's army weapon. Hasty peasant army. I love that term. I've never heard it before, and I love everything about that. I don't know where that came from, but I'm borrowing that. That is great, Robin. I always saw the kid as a plane who
Would you intercept me?
Johnny Canuck.
Congrats on the retirement. Time to sit back and sip pina coladas.
Yeah, I gotta sip pina coladas and actually go to the gym. You guys can see Knox Pete's. His Pete's, they're feets, but he steps in pee sometimes, so they're Pete's. And sometimes they're poots, because he steps in poo, and then I gotta clean them. But they're Pete's. And you can see them. I'm sorry. I was looking, I said it too much. Or he farted and he's sniffing it. That's always a possibility. I always saw the kid as a plane who naturally intelligent. He has the pedigree and breathing for it, while the F-35 is just a linked computer. I mean, possible. He knows things, mostly things. Whoa. Wait, Wolfram said I got a second thing right? There was something else I got right? I'm on a roll, okay? F-14 is overhyped as a two-seater missile wagon with big engines and outdated tech. Hold on. HLC does radar theory? That would be a hard class to give, because I would have to pretty much start from scratch and see what is out there. But like radar theory in general is not a single, like, this is radar theory. It's like, this is how, wideband interference works, and this is ducting, and this is, environmental effects, and this is, power modulation, and like all those other different things. That's a hard one. Moab is the greatest bomb in your opinion? I mean, Massive Ordnance Airburst is pretty fucking cool. I'm going to be totally real with you. Also, the F-14 was not overhyped. It is a beautiful piece of machinery that was built around a missile. They're like, we have this missile. we need something to shoot it. And they're like, cool, let's do that. Apple butter is the most delicious thing ever. I mean, it's pretty good. It's pretty good. Personally, peanut butter is an OG classic. I'm not a big fan of the different butters. My wife likes almond butter. Now my thing. It tastes like dirt. It has the grittiness of it. Not a fan. But good old creamy peanut butter. But everyone sleeps on jams. Strawberry jam? Oh yeah, that'll mess you up. Weird history facts or my tism? Oh, Joel, you're going to really love the next. I recorded it already. The missus needs to make a thumbnail for me. She's in charge of my thumbnails. Except for the last like 3. Well, this recent one today she made. But the couple before that, yeah, I made those. And that's why they're so bad. But some bacon jam. I've never had bacon jam. But yeah, so how do I say what it's about without saying what it's about? We almost had a state one time. That's what it's that's what it's about. Congrats on ETSing retiring. Wish I could have had a beer with you before you left Sil, but it is what it is. Josh, it's all right, man. I will still be traveling quite a bit, and I'll kind of be all over the country. You know, if you guys harass Eli and Cody and Brandon enough, maybe I'll be a staple on the next Unsub tour. Maybe you can harass them whenever they go live again and go on their live tour. Just be like, HLC needs to be at every single one. You could harass them. I don't care. I give you permission. But then you gotta show up. So that's kind of the thing. Guatemala, maybe? Do you think we'll go after the Iranian Navy again? Well, that's the thing. Like, us getting involved in general is kind of pointless right now. Like, okay, the information space in general is always muddled. But what you can count on is not what people are saying, is kind of what they're showing or what they're not saying. That's the one consistency, because the world is figured out. You don't need to push out factual information to defeat factual information. No, bad news travels fast. You just put out some bullshit and a bunch of useful idiots start parroting it like crazy. That's what they figured out. The misinformation space is not like I'm trying to tell the truth and other people are attacking me. It's nobody's telling the truth and everyone's just throwing as much bullshit in there as they possibly can, which is really a pain in the ass. But yeah, you heard the man. Let's get to bully them. Assuming we have the necessary trained crew, no restrictions, would you rather have personal Thad system, personal Arleigh Burke, personal Buff, or personal Ohio class? Ohio class? That is the epitome of like speak softly and carry a big stick. Don't get me wrong, Buff can carry nukes. Thad can shoot down medium to long range. It's kind of limited in its capability, so that one's kind of there. Arleigh Burke is really fucking cool. But also Arleigh Burke goes like this in storms. Submarine goes like this in storms. Like perfectly fine. Just like, oh man, it's getting real choppy up there. Okay, we're gonna dive to 50 feet and just kind of chill. Like that sounds way better. But yeah, I think Ohio class. HLC heading off to MEPS. Congratulations. Best of luck to you. The military is a great choice. Like I know we all joke and talk a lot of shit, but the military is a great choice. It is a great foundation. For me, I was just, kind of a lower income kid from, Commerce City, Colorado. And, with your guys' help and just a whole lot of effort, we've managed to build this beautiful thing that has become, and I am so incredibly thankful for the opportunities I've been given. And I really wouldn't have these opportunities if it were not for the United States Army. So, after giving it some thought, I've decided active duty Air Force. Well, it's okay. I'm sure your parents are fine with you coming out. Oh, Weapons is going to be so mad at that. No, it's good. Going to be the route I'm taking. Also going to take a full advantage of the GI Bill tuition assistance. Yes, while you're in, use TA. Don't touch that GI Bill, because maybe when you get out, you want to expand on it, and you want to get, I don't know, maybe... I know a guy who, while he was in, used TA for so long, he was writing his doctoral dissertation. So, it takes some time, because you only got so many classes you can take in a year, but he used it for so long, he was able to do that. Love your videos, man. Nox Cam is goated. Oh, dude, he's the best. Where? He's laying on the floor right behind me. You guys can kind of see. Oh, never mind. He got up. It's not time. It's not time yet. You're adorable. And he's staring right at the cookies. No. You're adorable, but no. And you farted earlier in the kitchen. I heard it. Question for you. Does Patriot and THAAD intercept at mid-course or terminal? So THAAD, by definition, is terminal high altitude air defense. Patriot engages in the terminal phase. Now, what people don't, and this is a great question. GMD is mid-course specifically. Aegis can do mid-course as well. But when I say like launch, boost, apogee, separation, terminal, the difference is a short-range missile terminal is this high off the ground, and a mid-range or long-range ballistic missiles terminal is this high off the ground because of how high it goes and its arc. So while they're both differ in elevations, as far as I know, Aegis is the only one capable, aside from GMD, ground-based mid-course defense, that engages in the mid-course phase. Does that make sense? Oh God, run HLC. It was interesting to say the least. Missiles just hit Tel Aviv. Oh shit. Wait, who said save yourself? What happened? What did I miss? Oh, I don't know. Oh, I'm trying to catch back up now. You gotta try pumpkin butter? I do fuck with pumpkin. So then it's kind of consensual harassment. Exactly. You know what's funny is off camera, Rich is so nice to me. And then as soon as that camera kicks on, and dude, I don't know what it is. It's like his superpower. You know, okay. So you know, like that X-Men, the second movie wasn't that good, but it was okay. Where that guy had the power to like neutralize everyone else's powers around him. I'm really good at like just fucking roasting people. I'm relatively decent at it. Dude, Rich hits me so hard, and he has like an aura about him that I my brain does not fucking work for roast. That is his superpower. I need to figure out the name of that superhero. And yeah, Wither, you're back again? Where'd you go? Get me in DCS and run the SAMs? You're trying to make me go to jail. Because I'm going to be like, that's not right. I've never seen the kids so happy. Hello from Israel, currently 2:42, and we just got an alarm. Be safe out there, man. That's the thing. You guys want to know who's innocent in war? Everybody who isn't fighting. There's never been a single war ever in the history of existence where innocent people were not in danger and or dying. I feel bad for people on both sides. I even feel bad for Iranians. Believe it or not, like most of the Iranians that I've actually had conversations with really hate their government and don't mind Americans. So it's really strange. High level casual, welcome. Oh man. Life is like a door. Never trust a cow because the sun can't swim. Love your stuff. How are them acid fucking drops, man? How are you doing? No, it's good. I like it. Never trust a cow because the sun can't swim. You know, that's fair. My dad turned 70 today, by the way. I haven't called him. I need to shoot him a text. My dad turned 70 today. And he always used to say, you can lead a horse to water, but you can't put a saddle on a duck. I'm 35 fucking years old. I have no idea what the hell he was talking about. No clue. I have no idea what the hell he meant by that shit. And he'd every once in a while be like, hey, you know what burns my ass? And I'm like, what's that, Dad? And he goes, a flame about that high. Thanks, Dad. Asshole. You ever talk to Mover and Gonky? Love your shows. I'm unfamiliar with who those are, Tim. I'm sorry. Charles Wade, thank you so much. Just everyone, casual reminder that Pierre Spray is currently imitating a Dynamo Do of the F-35 being a confirmed banger. Wait, what? Is that even an English student of history? I'm trying to follow that, man. I don't know shit about fuck. That's where I'm at. Thanks for being entertaining. I always try. Like, sometimes I have to take hot takes in my videos to make the jokes work or to make sure that, like, hey, this is what was actually said. I don't necessarily believe in this, but this is how it was stated. And I'm glad that, like, for the most part, people understand that. One of the best things ever is when when people get mad at my
you
characters,
intercept me?
it's the best thing. Wither!
I'd intercept me.
I had to do something. But it seems that I'm of a job of being your non-FBI agent. I will be pursuing a new job as your non-CIA agent.
Somebody had the name, like, not HLC's FBI agent, I think. I don't know. Hell yeah, Ethan. Happy retirement. Thank you so much, John. One last one for you. Look up the Toledo War. It's Michigan and Ohio hate each other. I did not know that there was a Toledo War. That's actually rather interesting. I don't know how I could differentiate accents between Michigan and Ohio. Look, I'm going to be totally honest with you. I got family up in Michigan, and they, every once in a while it comes out. It's like Wisconsin light. It really is. They're like, come on, or come on. And it's just the funniest shit. And then they talk just perfectly normal, and they'll be like, oh, over at your house? Oh, it's fucking great. All right, what else we got going on here? Oh shit, the kid is in. He is in. They sent him. Dude, I was busy that day. I was like setting shit up. I was, working around the house. And I was like, I'm gonna just open up Twitter and see what the hell's going on. My tags exploded, and it was like all about the F-22 going to the Middle East. And I was like, look, if I don't mention this, they're probably gonna burn me at the stake. I have to do this. So happy midsummer from Finland. Did I sniff Eli? I always sniff Eli. I sniff Eli regularly. And midsummer from Finland, that's like what? 60 degrees maybe? Fahrenheit, not loses World Wars measurements. Freedom height, as we call it. What is my offender's power and drawback? So last I checked, and I think I want a mulligan on this one, but I went for laser vision. And apparently the drawback is I'm gay. So that was my offender's power and my drawback. I think it was a little less creative. So what is up, Missile Ma'am? How you doing? Ma'am. It is ma'am. I can say that dumb shit now. I'd vote for you to be president unless you tell me not to. You know what's interesting? Being up in those positions, and like meeting with people who were all in those positions. I haven't met with too many politicians, but a lot of brass. They are far more down to earth and reasonable than I thought they were going to be. And it's like, damned if you do, damned if you don't. As much as I feel like I could really make an impact and change the world, somebody's gonna crucify me and make me out to be evil. Hang on, my little sister's calling. All right. Sounds like dad is dad. Yeah. Just want to know you're aware of the status of the CW3 Green. Did a thing for. Yes, I'm aware of Chief Green. He and I go way back. I've reached out to him a couple of times, just kind of checking in on him, and he's working through some things, man. And so I do appreciate you reaching out. Wither again. I'm still trying to catch up.
I'd intercept me.
I would cause a coup to get you into power of some third world country.
I think you meant coup, but I got you. But yes. Oh, my sister left me a voicemail. What is it now? Okay. Mover and Gonky are fighter pilots. They do YouTube. I would love to have conversation. I would love to. So I enjoy talking to fighter pilots. I really do. Because they're so ignorant about air defense capabilities and how far like air defense systems have come. And it's not like a they think they're better than us. Like every once in a while you get ones like, well, I can just do this. And we're like, that won't work. It just won't. Like, sorry, dude, you're gonna die. But like once they find out what you're really capable of and can bring to the fight, they are so much more willing to work with you. The downside is I have to have those conversations in secret environments. Because I'm sure I've learned a lot about pilots and what they bring to the fight and like how they can augment my system capabilities, which is fucking a total win. Pig War. Oh, I did that one already. That was one of my HLC exclusives. The HLC State of Mind. I did the Pig War. No details, please. Just need to know you're aware. Yes, I'm aware of Chief Green. He's a good dude, good friend of mine. I should probably reach out to him again. I've just been so goddamn busy. There's a fake photo shot on. You should do a look at the THAAD extended range concept. Wait. It's a failed upgrade? Oh, yeah, no, I used that, the F-35 shot down with the little ant people, in not this video today, but the previous one. Oh man, there is 1,000 people in here that want to just fucking check out my new digs.
Intercept me? I'd intercept me.
My nephew was just deployed to Saudi. What are your honest feelings that this will get much worse? Tremors more than sucked, but let's not hash over the obvious.
Okay, Rob. Okay. It depends. I think we learned our lesson in 2003, that going in hard knock and taking care of things ourselves is not really the play. But causing enough damage that the people realize that the people in charge are not in their best interest is probably the play here. I think, if anything, it's going to be a measured response and not so much boots on the ground. We're seeing the number of missiles that Iran is able to fire dwindling day by day. The numbers are going down. Are they still firing? Yes. Are they still getting through? Yes. But they are going down in numbers, which does give some credibility to the Israelis, who have said that they've been taking out their missile launchers. Don't need to take out the missiles. Missiles are whatever. Take out the launchers. Those are a lot harder to replace. I think our response is going to be kind of a measured response in general. Limited strikes, forcing a negotiation. That's what I genuinely feel. I have nothing to base that off of. Do I miss Fort Sill yet? No. Not. I miss the fishing. Like, that's about it. The food? Nope. The people? Nope. The conditions? Nope. I mean, it's hot as fuck where I'm at too, but Spray was on RT as the designer of the F-15, 16, and A-10. He was wrong in spinning in his grave. I remember hearing about that. Yes. And then people have been quoting Elon Musk on Twitter, because he's like, yeah, some dumb people are still building manned fighter jets when they could just build drones to do the job for them. And like, everyone is just quoting it like, how about that F-35 program now? And this is the thing. The best weapon for the job, and anyone who's ever been in the military or any kind of combat will tell you, the best weapon for the job is the one that is accessible and useful. If they only had drones, they probably would have found a way to use those. Oh my gosh, it did it again where it drops down. Love the videos. Keep up the good work. Thank you so much. McLuhan, thank you so much as well. BSG37 says, HLC, Mover and Gonky are fighter pilots. Oh, yeah. Would also love to see Franklin pilot the kid for his first intercept. I do plan on, like, not really changing the videos, but adding a little more pizzazz to them. I just haven't had time to really sit down and work on that. Not attacking since Israel fired first and the U.S. removed themselves from the Iran nuclear deal. What's wrong with them defending themselves? And can give my opinion. Okay, that's actually a wonderful, wonderful thing. You can look at this one of two ways. Did Israel fire first? In this incident, yes. Yes, absolutely. If you look at it like in a vacuum, yes, absolutely. If you look at it overall, I have no idea. It's the same thing with the Palestine and Israel conflict. Israel's like, well, they fired first on October 7th. Yes. If you look at it in that vacuum. I looked at the whole history of it. I did a whole video on it of like USA versus Hamas, which was, I mean, whatever. It was a joke. But I looked at their whole history because I was curious. And when I looked at everything that way, I was like, bro, number one, I don't know who the fuck the land belongs to. And I don't know who shot first. The only thing I was able to like definitively prove was the most optimistic time in Israel's history, Israel and Palestine, was 2005, before Hamas seized power. Like, they were in trade talks, they were getting along with one another. It was fucking great. And then Hamas seized power. So that's all that, yeah. Do you think since you did an episode inside the Pentagon, they'll let you know when the kid finally gets his first intercept? I would love to just get a block number text message like, hey, this is so and so, and here's the proof. He's done it. Like, that's all I need. Love the videos. Keep up the good work. Thank you so much. Vicarious Monkey. I like that name. That's funny as hair. Funny as hell. Funny as hair. I don't have that. Yeah. You mentioned World War II air defense battle for the bridge and Nick and Unsub episode. Can you tell the story? A coup de grace of air defense, as you stated. So, it's actually wonderful. It is the battle of, oh my God, the word is so hard to say. It's the Ludendorff Bridge, the Battle of whatever at the Ludendorff Bridge. Basically, it was air defense's big coup de grace, and I've kind of like made jokes about it in the past. So basically, what happened is it was one of the last bridges across the Rhine. The Germans were planting explosives on it. Unfortunately, some of them went red, red, green instead of red, green, red. Throwback to fucking Star Wars Republic Commando. They went to blow the bridge didn't blow. Well, what happened is like half of the bridge was destroyed, like part of it, but you could still get across it. So the Germans were like, we need to hold this bridge until we can repair these charges and blow this thing up completely. Well, in that moment, I can't remember exactly which general was. It was like, get me that bridge. I don't care what you have to do. That is our bridge. That is across the Rhine. That's what we need.
Would you
Wither,
intercept me?
let's let Wither. I'll answer Withers and I'll finish this.
I'd intercept me.
Okay, I will be going. I will save the big 10k dono to next stream. But in the meanwhile, Roadcraft calls me.
Ooh, Wither, you're on the Roadcraft? Nice, homie. I've been playing a little bit of that Dune Awakening. Jury's still out on if I really like it. I don't know. It's okay. Like, it looks cool. I just, with what spare time I have, I think I have a total of like 3.5, maybe 4 hours in the game. So I don't know yet. But anyway, so Germans are like, we need to hold this. American forces are like, we need to take this fucking thing. Okay. Americans start pushing across this thing. The Germans made one fatal flaw. These weren't like green, brand new soldiers. These are the divisions that just got done winning at the Battle of the Bulge. Like, these were killers, okay? So, seizing the bridge very, very quickly. On the far side of the bridge, there's a tunnel, and the following day, I think around 1,000 Germans surrendered. So they go out there, they're trying to repair this bridge as best they can. The Army Corps of Engineers repairing this bridge, and the Germans, like Hitler himself, is pissed and wants this bridge gone. They're throwing everything they had at it. Well, in a matter of a week, the Germans had thrown V2s at it, V1s at it. They've thrown Messerschmitt 262s at it. They threw Bf 109s at it. They lost 106 aircraft in less than a week because what was there was the American 90 millimeters and the notionally called the Kraut mower, also known as the M45 quad mount. Now, so they're just shooting down fucking everything. The Germans even tried like sneaking underneath with like submarines, or not submarines, but like snorkels and shit to like plant explosives on the bridge. Yeah, they were taken out too. Like there was dudes like trying to canoe up to this thing and plant explosives. They were taken out too. At the end of it all, 12 divisions had gotten across this bridge when it finally collapsed and had actually killed some of the soldiers on like American service members on the bridge when it finally collapsed. But by that time, they had already built like 3 or 4 other bridges right next to it. So yeah, that is the Battle of Remagen. There we go. The Battle of Remagen at the Ludendorff Bridge. That's the story of it. CB's be like, no, you can't destroy your own property because we need it now. Yeah. Still waiting for the Sky Warden in Florida video. It's on my list. But yeah, I love the story of the Battle of Remagen at the Ludendorff Bridge. I paraphrase some of those things, but yeah, they were mowing people down. Like it was insane. Imagine an F-15, F-14, and a 35 could launch Patriot missiles. Oh wait, I can say that. Okay, all right, sorry. Brain had to catch up. Here on YouTube, you should go look up IBCS Flight Test 5. That was probably the highlight of my military career. I joke, but I actually got to meet the Vice Chief of Staff and all this other cool stuff. I fired 2 Patriot interceptors that were then guided in by an F-35. That was in 2019. I'll leave it at that. That was December 2019 that Flight Test 5 happened. But yeah, we just be building shit. That's what I love about the Americans. Oh my God. Hey, HLC Star Citizen 4.2 is waiting for. Is it new? You need a crew for your Polaris, bro. I just mine. That's really all I want. But 4.2, hopefully it's functional. Like as long as cargo and shit is functional. I mean, now I might have a little bit more time once I'm done building this house for the Yo name is Tobe that I work for. You know what I'm saying? Like the missus, man. She's like, you're retired. You're doing everything now. And I was like, okay, that's fine. That's nice. Okay, I love you too. Yeah. I don't know if you know this, guys. If you're old enough to retire, your honey-do list goes from this to this real fast. Cargo's been good. I know, Wolfram, you said cargo's been good. I'm sorry. Hey, kid, blood for the blood god. I should make him say just off-the-wall shit like that while this whole thing is going on. Just building up suspense for when it finally happens. What is my excitement level about Borderlands 4? Actually, really high. I'm very optimistic because they're saying they changed a lot of stuff, and for the people who have been able to play it, they're raving about it as well. So for me, that's exciting. I'm waiting for tomorrow, because tomorrow there's a bunch of people who are going to LA. I wasn't able to get on the list, going to LA to play Borderlands 4. So I'm sure that we're going to get some more information out of that, and I'm very excited for it. Learn radar theory by doing radar theory. Honestly, that's the best way to learn it. Am I going to go fix my oops from earlier this week? Okay, fine, weapons. So, ladies and gentlemen, earlier this week I posted a video and I made a little skit about two planes on Russia's side shooting each other. They were Su-24s that shot each other, and I had images of a Su-25. I don't feel good about that. Hey man, I was just texting you, your father-in-law. Texting with my father-in-law? Oh, no shit. What's up, Deuce Durden? How you doing, buddy? I've got you, HLC. Tell the boys we said get laser vision, but the sound of the laser is a 200 decibel brown note. You know what's crazy is I didn't know there was such thing as a brown noise. I can make a noise that my wife, she says is her brown noise. I don't know if it's a real thing. I've never tested it, but yeah. I didn't know it was a thing until like 3-4 years ago. Nikki T, thank you so much. I watched all 300 plus of the map episodes. No shit, Anthony. I didn't know there was 300 of them. I just keep like, this is what's going on. Got to make this one. This is what's going on. Got to make this one. I do plan on kind of extending the length a little bit and changing some things about it. And this is the thing. All I ask is that if it's too far from what made you guys fall in love with the content, please just let me know. Like, I always want to innovate and make things better. And I know that not every single thing that I do is going to be perfect. And I really rely on you guys. I rely on your feedback. Like, hey man, I think this missed the mark. Those are the comments that hurt my fucking soul. Isn't like when someone's like, you're fucking blah, 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 and like just goes off on me. That shit doesn't bother me. But when someone's like, hey man, you know, I really like your content. I like you, but this one missed the mark for me. You know, I didn't really enjoy this. Like that shit hurts. That shit hurts fucking fierce. And I take those to soul, man. You've only missed like 10 of the map videos, Terry? Damn. Got my dad into your vids? That's awesome. Late 70s to 80s, he worked missiles until he was pulled into the 160th as a crew chief working on the MH-47. Spear to 76. No shit. Hey, Paul, how you doing? How's Australia? Is it cooler down there? Because it's fucking balls hot up here. Am I going to grow a beard? I'm trying. Just a short one. And I don't even know if I'll keep it on very long because the missus really hates it. Canadians still love you and Fat Electrician. I still love my Canadian friends, man. Like, and that's the thing. You guys, when you look, and I tell people this all the time, when you look at any country, realize that there's a pretty big difference between the government and the people. And that most people from any country you can get along with. So I fuck with Canadians, man. Wolfram, you know, he's one of my mods. I decided to, you know, hire a foreigner. I'm sure that's why I'm on the FBI's watch list, not any of the other things that I've done. Wolfram's like, oh, yes, I am Canadian. I'm sorry, that I shouldn't. Fuck it, we just did it. I get paid for doing voices. Thanks for your service and content. I'm also Irish, and we want USA to intercept us from the EU. You're Irish. Oh, the Irish. I got to get the Irish back in. And honestly, Ireland, and I love you guys. If you guys have ever like watched a lot of the Unsubscribed podcast show, she works with Eli. Amazing woman, by the way. Fucking phenomenal. Her and her husband, some of the nicest people I've ever met in my entire life. But they're Irish, like from Ireland. She still has the accent and everything like that. Him and her both have the accent. And I fuck with them. I'm like, yo, so when y'all gonna take the rest of your country back? Apparently that's a bit of a hot button for Irish people. But yeah. HLC, I know you play Star Citizen. Do you ever play Freelancer back in the day? I did not play Freelancer back in the day. I just got into Star Citizen probably within the last 3 or 4 years. So I'm still new. Currently applying as an artillery officer for the Canadian Armed Forces. Sorry, not Air Force. Unless you guys have flying artillery, which I wouldn't put it past Canadians. What is my reaction on Canada's recent increase in defense spending? I think it's a very good thing. I think that the world, it has been, and I say this not because I want to fearmonger, not because like any other trivial things, because I genuinely believe it, even though I don't like that I believe it. I feel like the world has forgotten for far too long what actual war looks like, what all-out war looks like between nations. And I feel like it's coming to a head very, very quickly. So if you're on my team, like Canada is, and I say my team as in the United States, right? Canada, Australia, fucking UK, pretty much most of the EU. I say NATO, but Hungary and Turkey can kind of do their own thing. If you increase in defense spending, that's just me stacking my bench. Like that's the way I look at it. So I think it's a really good thing that Canada's increasing their defense spending. Su-24, Su-25, who cares? Slavic Special Ed's still getting body regardless. Oh, you don't want to say who cares. Oh, is it Su-25? Did I do Su-24? Did I do it backwards? Whatever. Su-25, Su-24, potato. Knox, I can hear you scratching back there. You know what? It's time anyways. Protocol 4, baby. All right, you know what? They can actually kind of see you now. So we're going to, because I angled the camera down, that's what Nick told me to do. All right, Knox. All right, go on. Back over here. Back. Sit. Down. Bang. That's a dead dog. That's a dead doggy. You guys could barely see it, but he plays dead. Am I going to mop for my dog? Dude, he stinks a lot, man. Next frozen custard is on me. Happy retirement, brother. Martin, how you doing, man? Yeah, I don't know when we're going to get together now that, like, Demo Ranch isn't really a thing. I don't know. I just work here. As a Marine, I fucking died laughing at my chosen reservoir bit. I never saw combat in 0331, but I would love to farm some fucking XP while I was in. I'm glad you guys enjoy that. Every once in a while, I get a good quip about, like, something that happened. Like, I do... Apparently, a lot of people today like the fact that I referred to the American Civil War as the Great American Scrimmage. That one, like, I was literally... Okay. I feel bad because it makes it seem like I'm not in charge anymore. I was already starting to talk, and I hadn't thought of that line. But I guess as when I'm portraying Grandpa Buff, he thought of that line, and it just came out. I was like, because he was literally just like, all that was in my head was like, oh, okay, so the American Civil War. Like, that's all that popped into my head. And then as I was talking, that came up. I was like, oh, okay, well, this is going to be used now. Did he? He stole that line? Oh, he stole that. He stole that. Oh my gosh. You know what, Weapons? You stole the words, he stole that, because I heard somebody else say that one time. Yeah. New idea for a vlog channel, habitually retired. You know, that's actually not bad. Mrs. Linecrosser, write that down. That's actually not half bad. Habitually retired. I like that. I like that a lot more than I should. David, that's a win. So the Florida Panthers won the Stanley Cup this week. So when was the last time a Canadian team won the cup? Fucking, I don't know, but we've been busy handing in those. I'm sorry. That was not nice. I think the L was even backwards because the camera's mirrored. No, I just watched it. I just watched the playback. I did it right. Ha ha. Oh, man. I think we've watched the green screen videos playlist probably at least 15 times. While doing other things. Love from the land of beans on toast. So I want to apologize, Josh. I can't say it here. But I made a joke. It's not live yet. I need Mrs. Linecrosser to do the thumbnail. It'll be live on Pepperbox this weekend. So I have my show HLC State of Mind, which is all about history. And there's a little discourse between Grandpa Buff and Beans on Toast. And Beans on Toast makes the claim that, like, hey, the joke isn't even funny anymore. That's like calling Canada, the poutine pirates, which is also funny, really funny. I've never heard that anywhere, but I just, threw it in there. But so Grandpa Buff gets a little creative with some names, one of which I know for certain I cannot say on YouTube. But the other one is like, I don't know, getting slowly invaded by Middle Eastern males. Yeah, so but we are poutine pirates. Bro, poutine, like, I didn't know what poutine was, but it sounds delicious. It really does. Like, I probably had poutine before because I've put gravy on French fries before. And it's delicious. Really enjoy the content. Can't wait to see what you do after you're all settled into your new place. I think my priority one is catching up on 16 years of sleep. That's probably priority one, but we'll see. Potatoes, gravy, and cheese. Oh, there's cheese. That's another dynamic that I have not added. That sounds delicious. Mrs. Linecrosser, we need to find out where we can get poutine in the United States or make it ourselves. It sounds so fucking good. Really enjoy the content. Oh, yeah, sorry. Plan to go visit the Middle East. Be safe, man. Make a lot of references to sand there smelling bad. I know you're in Afghanistan, but does it actually smell bad? Personal Gerald R. Ford or personal B2? Oh, Gerald Ford, all day long. You could be in a hurricane and the Ford barely feels it. But the B2, I mean, it is the danger Dorito. Well, that's a tough one, actually. I'm going to say Gerald Ford. I'm going to say, because then I got 70 aircraft to play with. Because it comes fully loaded, right? But yeah, no, the desert smells bad. Like, I was in UAE and the desert, like, the sand smells like shit. I was in Jordan. Sand smells like shit. I went through Bahrain. Oh, no, Bahrain. I don't remember the sand smelling like shit. It may have, but I don't remember, like, being there long enough to maybe smell it. Oh, it did it again. I gotta scroll back up. Flaming trebuchet poops. As I was writing that line, I was like, that would kind of work, right? It's methane, and it seeps methane, theoretically. Play Freelancer, you fool. It's like Star Citizen, but it actually works. Play vanilla and then download the Discovery mod. Okay, I'll check out Freelancer. Whenever I have fucking time. Why was the Booker rejected again? Probably because it was a niche design that the role was filled with other current operational systems. We still have MGS Strikers, which is ultimately a slightly less armored version of the Booker. A Bradley can hit as hard as a Booker, not with the 25, with the TOW missile. The 25 still fucks, don't get me wrong, but the TOW, that is a dangerous fucking missile. And then, of course, we still have the Abrams. So it was like, it was kind of not needed, I think. Where can I send a museum recommendation for Habitually Fat? Because I think you'd like the American Heritage Museum in Hudson, Massachusetts. Because they have tank demos and I can drive some. All you had to do was pop in here. Mrs. Linecrosser, add that to the list. We'll shoot him an email, but you would be surprised about how many museums don't want a couple of YouTubers to go out there and show the world what they have. At what point does standing military become an insurgency when their country is invaded? My Israel voice sounds like the Godfather. So I think that you transition from a regular military to an insurgency, number one, when you have no, like, you're not paid. A lot of it is conscription based, or the only pay you get is when you do what they need you to do, which sounds like the military, but it's slightly different. But also when you take off the uniform. Identifying yourself is honestly what's crazy is wearing a uniform does a couple of different things. Obviously, everyone knows, like, it identifies you as a combatant. Yes, that's the obvious one. But number two, it protects innocent people. Because if you and everyone in your outfit are wearing uniforms, the bad guys don't have to worry about that random old lady walking across the street. They don't. But when you're an insurgency, they do. Yeah. So that's, free the kid. He is free right now. How would Buff react for blood to blood for the blood god?
I've been giving him donations for at least the last 70 fucking years. You'd think he'd have his fill by now, but I guess not.
I think 2025 will be the year when Canada gets to add to the Geneva checklist. Let's see. Which state did I move to? I'm in New Mexico. It's kind of like old Mexico, except you can drink the water. Habitually Retired podcast. Man, you guys are like, you need to do this. I'd have like 30 channels. I don't have time for that. Maybe I do now. I don't know. We need more F18 in the viz. Get yourself a beer from me for your retirement. Thank you so much, Gerald. Appreciate you being here. Imagine all-powerful AI, but it's Grandpa Buff. I can't tell that story. I'll just leave that out. But yes. Do you have to program an AI not to be racist? Hell yeah, I'm looking at a semi-free man. We are semi-free right now, ladies and gents. FU beans on toast. The multiple personalities are taking over. Hope you're loving the new life, man. Keep up the good work. Mad love, homie. Thank you so much, Axie. I really appreciate it, man. HLC's on gummy is going to be hilarious. I don't know, man. I'm interested, but like I said, I don't know if it's going to be, cheese curds specifically on poutine. Last time I had cheese curds, they were like half filled with air. They were disgusting. But last time I had them was also in Oklahoma. Now that you're out of the Army, you're going to go to Texas and Iowa more often. Yes. Also, did you get the USMC or Army Museum while it... No. I didn't get a chance to go to either one of those. We did the Spy Museum, which was kind of cool. Some interesting things in there. And then we did kind of a tour of DC, including a liquor store that is frequented by a lot of very important people in the US. And then I made a joke inadvertently. I didn't know I made this joke, okay? I'm not going to say what the joke was because it will absolutely get me canceled here. But I made this, I was making a joke about something else. Like, man, when I retire from YouTube, I'm going to do this. And I didn't even think about the words that were coming out of my mouth until Fen and Nick both started laughing. And then Nick asked me a question and I went, oh my God. And like, yeah, it was... I'm not going to say what the joke was, but I didn't even mean to do that. You aren't wrong about that, but hey, I can't say too much because I have police at my door. The British jokes make me die laughing. Joshua, I'm glad you enjoy it, my dude. I really appreciate it. I'm visiting the Middle East in the future, not this year. This year is Japan. No, he's going. You know what? Fuck it. I'm gonna say it. He's doing a tour of United States victory sites. That's what we're doing. First, you got to go to Gettysburg. Actually, before that, you should probably go to like where Valley Forge was. or Mount Vernon. And then after that, go to like the Alamo. Then go to Mexico City. Well, the Alamo wasn't a victory. I know, they got massacred. But then like we came back in a hard way. Habitually semi-retired. I'm semi something else. You guys can see his Pete's again. It's so cute. I'm sorry, I'm staring at my dog. I wasn't even reading chat for a second. One more YouTube personality you should look into chatting with is Silarax. He does pretty cool history bits on the Jets. He has four on Uncle F4 Phantom. I'll check it out. I gotta read that slowly. Slursax. I don't know how to say that. Captain Slursax. I don't fucking words are hard, man. The letters should not be that way. Woo, did someone say pay? Canada last won in 1993, year before I was born. Really? I know the last time, before this last time, when the Avs won, there was a big riot in downtown Denver. Abrams will never die. Got introduced in 1991, 2025, and the Abrams still, yeah.
Would you intercept me?
Freeman!
I'd intercept me.
Grats on getting out in one piece. Have a drink on me.
I will absolutely do that. Thank you so much. And I'm mostly in one piece. I mean, like my body's all still attached. So I guess that's probably what you mean. It's just a little beaten up. It's like you guys ever listen to that country song? You know, there might be a little dust on the bottle. But the difference is in that song, he's talking about how good what's inside is. And on the other side, what's inside of me is just anger, depression, sadness, spite, and apparently like 17 voices that are arguing with each other. But I'm so happy I'm still here. Uh-oh. Oh, she let him in. Fritzy Fraz. Come here. Oh, don't hit your coconut. Hey, dude. Oh, and now Knox is sad. Hey, what are you doing? Yeah, no, so the Abrams, I mean, the original model in 1991 was the M1, which had a 105 millimeter. Then it was the M1A1, then M1A1 light, heavy, M1A2, SEP, SEP V1, or SEP V2, SEP V3, all of which had significant changes. Why are you licking my hand? Are we doing an ASMR stream? Knox, if I picked you up like this, you would shit all over me. Oh no, don't sass me. Also thought about trying to do a tour of the Bovington Tank Museum in the UK for Pepperbox. There's a few. I'm trying to actually get the Armor Training Support Facility in where's it at? Fort Benning. It's Fort Moore now. Sorry, Fort Moore, Georgia. I'm really trying to get that one. We have the National Warplane Museum in Geneseo? That is not a dog. He did not like that comment. What comment? Oh, when I said he would poop. So I'm still trying to get the Air Force Museum in Dayton, Ohio. That's on my one. The first thing I heard about is about robo-racism. Well, I mean, never mind. I'm not gonna elaborate on that. But there are certain things in this world.
Would you intercept me?
Thank you so much, Steve. Holy shit!
Me.
Keep it up, man. You bring joy to the world.
You're just a baby. Hey, you want some smooches? How about a cookie? You want a treat? Okay. It is protocol 1, so he only gets half of one because he'll get a soup can and be fat. I did not know you could do that voice like that. Yeah, I don't edit. All my voices are my own. Here, Knox, you can get his other half. There we go. Blueberry cookies. There might not be much left for the kid to intercept. That's entirely true. There is not much left over there. I mean, what do they have? Like, the only thing that Iran has that I haven't seen get destroyed is F5s. But I don't know how many of those they had in the first place. I've seen F4s get bodied. I've seen F14s get fucking rocked. I haven't seen any F5s get hit, and I know they have some MiGs. I don't know if they're 19s or 21s, and I think they're training only. What are some robo stereotypes we can start pushing? Nope, I'm not going into that. I just realized there's no way for me to dance around that. There is no way for me to dance around that. Another great museum, Wright-Patterson Air Force. Yeah, I'm trying to get into that one. I got a hold of a guy. I talked to him. I shot him an email. He's like, yeah, let's get this worked out. And nothing. No fucking response. So I had a friend in the Air Force reach out to them on behalf of me, hoping to try and make some things happen. And so far, my dog looks like he wants to stab you. Talking about Knox? I can try and pick him up. All right, Knox, come here. We're taking out that. All right, come here, bud. Come here. Oh. Fritz, don't bite your brother. Don't. No. Okay. 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 Hey, stop it. He is the size of your fucking head. No. Oh my God. Oh. It's absolute chaos. And look how much hair I'm covered in. And I stink. He licked my hat and it smells like his asshole. God damn it. Ugh. I'm doing good. Thank you so much. Kumen Cinemas, I think that's how you say that. Going to a friend's graduation party tomorrow. Last chance to see them before they head off for Army Basic in August. They're going combat engineers. I love giving engineers a hard time. But at the same time, engineers are the only reason I'm still here. I love engineers, sappers, EOD. Like, they're the reasons that I'm here. So, it's really good. Mrs. Linecrosser, he's by the door waiting for you. I don't think he wants to be in here. Knox. You leave your brother alone. And is on the feasibility to add guidance kit to legacy systems like the BM-21... I don't know. Oh dear. Okay. Hang on, I just got a text from Mrs. Linecrosser. There we go. Sorry, I had to respond to that. She's fine. Everything. And Fritz is right by the camera. You guys got a close-up of his hair. I hope he lays on the bed. That's your mother, you fat shit. Knox. Knox. Go lay down. Oh my gosh. Have I ever worked at U.S. CENTCOM? No. I mean, I've been in CENTCOM, but never like at the command level. Sorry. Last week, Canadian was charged for stopping 4 people steal his Lamborghini with a warning shot, being charged with... Dude, I can't stand that. Like, that's the thing. And you know what? You know what's crazy is, like, it's not just everywhere else. A lot of it's here in the U.S. And, like, the U.S. is considered, like, loosest gun laws in the fucking world. Those people also haven't been to the Middle East. In the Middle East, they're like, you can only have 3 RPGs. Yeah, it's fucking nuts. Pretty much if you find it over there, which it's all been there forever, yeah, you can use whatever the fuck you want. Mrs. HLC Weapon says hello on behalf of all the mods. But yeah, grats on getting out. I have a drink on me. I absolutely will. Thank you so much. I'm definitely going to need one tonight. But yeah, charged with 4 felonies, man. That's insane. That is nuts. Go to Fort Ticonderoga. National Battlefield at Saratoga, turning point of the Revolution. Also, if you're a fan of The Last of the Mohicans, it's right there in upstate New York. Really? I mean, everything is on the table. Everything. I'm open for literally everything. I'm still covered in Knox hair. So the voices were already there. They pretty much were already here. Like you can easily just switch back and forth between them.
Once you do them long enough, they just kind of come out.
And that's about all you really got to worry about there. What am I missing? Oh, yeah, dude. That's fucking sweet, man. Anything, huh? Yeah, huh? Look, if it's an off-the-wall, obscure museum, I will absolutely go to it. I'm trying to convince Nick to do the Spam Museum. That's a real thing. That's a real thing that I want to participate in. I think I went... Okay, there we go. Slicer? Oh, dude, you trust me. Slice racks. Okay. I think I fat thumbed the name. No, I'm just, you gotta understand, I'm dyslexic, man. I did give a treat earlier. He got a treat earlier. Don't you worry about that. Today's video made you laugh so hard, I fucked up downshifting my Mac. But man, Manitowoc has the USS Cobia World War II sub you can tour. No shit. It's current in dry dock. Sputnik also crashed there. I did not know about the Sputnik thing. That's super fucking cool. I'm open to anything, man. There's like a bone museum. I think it's somewhere down in Louisiana. I think that would be a cool one to tour. I really do. And I think there'd be a lot of cool information in that because they have like an Instagram and I watched some of their videos. I would absolutely grab one of those people from their Instagram and be like, show me all this shit. I'm just here in hopes that the kid gets heat. Bro, we all are. Good night, everyone. Why you hating? Have a good night, my dude. Be safe. Keep it up, man. You bring joy to the world. Steve, thank you so much again. I just got down to your comment. What's some robo stereotypes we can start pushing? I'm not doing that. Ping on the museum train, the Buffalo Naval Yard. Their 3 ships are all done up inside. Imagine a certain influencer would be a great guest star. I think that would be fun. I'm going to see if Rich can do that with this. That would be fun. But the entire time, the one rule I would have is like, Rich, no matter what I say, you're not allowed to make fun of me for it or say it's stupid. And if you do, you just have to walk away. And I'll say that on camera. Just watch repeatedly. Rich walks away. Just walks away. I can't do this. Filthy clankers. Never mind. I'm not gonna just feed into that. Can you ask AI to like come up with new racial slurs? Like, honest, I'm just curious. Can you ask AI, like, I know they got controls in place. You can't like ask AI how to build like chemical weapons. You can't ask AI how to build like a code to jailbreak itself or some kind of algorithm to break into, you know, federal level security. You can't do that. Like, it has controls in place. Plops. Bro, for those of you who are not in here, do you know what the people on Pepperbox have started calling themselves? They've started referring to themselves as pepperbacks. Who the fuck does that? I use your Iran Navy in debates. So good. I love it. Aaron, thank you so much, my dude. Well, now he really wants to stab you. Yes. I'm just kidding in case Skynet exists, bro. That's why I always try and be good to the AIs. What up, my... I don't even think I can get away with that. It's pronounced Geneseo. Geneseo Captain Dyslexia. Look, man, I straight up told you guys. I understand missiles way more than grammar, math, human interaction. I'm probably neurodivergent. I don't even know what that word means, nor could I fucking spell it. Canadians are the war crime cadets. Also, what whiskey is that back there? And are neat or on the rocks, man? I like on the rocks personally, but this is a Kentucky straight bourbon whiskey. This was gifted to me. We were videotaping one of the newer Habitually Fats, and we went to a liquor store that is frequented by a lot of very important people in Congress and the Senate and all sorts of stuff. And the guy there, super fucking nice. Like this guy, he was just so smart when it came to alcohol. Like, you know how Nick gets excited talking about history? That's how this guy was about alcohol. Both me and Nick tried to convince him to start a YouTube channel. Jury's still out on if he's going to, but I would watch alcohol history. I would absolutely watch alcohol history. But anyways, he gave me this bottle, which is commemorative of the Army's 250th, 250th birthday. I don't know when I'll drink it, but I will eventually. Drunking history. I'm calling Matt Stone and Trey Parker. They need me to be on South Park. Bro, that would be the funniest shit. Is like, for some reason, there's an F-22 on an episode of South Park, and they grabbed me to do that. I would, number one, feel incredibly honored. I'm not a huge South Park fan. My wife watched South Park back in the day. But I'm from Colorado, and you guys, if you wanted, like, hey, let's go to South Park, there's nothing there. And I'm not even joking. Like, it's not even like there's like 4 houses, and they used to have a stoplight that just blinked. Maybe it does something else now, but that was it. Wait until the F. Now listen here, Aaron. I only had canards on, one of those models that they were testing. But as soon as I figured out that they were a telltale sign of being a member of that community, I don't judge, I'm just not part of it, I decided to take them sons of bitches off. Because I didn't need them for my 104 and 0. There we go. More like cantards. Jay Broadway, it was a stretch, but I love it. When are we getting plain plushies? In due time. In due time. We'll see how the Franklin launch goes, and then we'll go down the road. Right? And it's not even like you have to buy them all or anything like that. It's just like, we'll see how it goes. And if people still want more stuff like that, then all right, I'll make it happen. I always want to just get you guys what you want. Like that's my main thing. Have me in the TFE. Also, if you guys haven't checked it out, I had 2 new shirts. I had one with buckets that said Spicy Nostalgia Survivor, which I think is fucking great. And then the other one, it's going to be the hit for all the first sergeants out there. It actually comes in Coyote 10. You can wear it under your top. It just has my logo right here, and then on the back it says I was ordered to be here. It's not wrong. It's not inappropriate. It's not offensive. It's not a lie. Everything there. You were ordered to be there. You're telling me, First Sergeant, I want to be in the motor pool in 90-degree weather, kicking tires on a Humvee? No, obviously I was ordered to be here. U2's collab win. I am looking at eventually doing some collab work. It's just also the new way that I do my videos to get them in widescreen and stuff like that. It's very hard to do collabs unless someone is here physically with me. So going to Gettysburg reenactment or other reenactments. I don't know about a reenactment, but Gettysburg is on my list. And the only thing that sucks about Gettysburg, I've never been. Okay, but Gettysburg is a very sobering place, so I'm told. And what Nick and I do is funny commentary, and it's hard to make jokes in places like that. So yeah. Am I drunk or is the audio off a little? No. Need one in Air Force Blue so you can wear it. I mean, we got Coyote Tan and we got black. See what I can do. Audio good? Okay. I can give you one for free. No morale patches, the regs read. No morale patches are authorized. That's actually fucking funny. Just a patch that says no morale. No morale patches are authorized. That's not a half bad idea there, weapons. Comment has 696 likes for Brandon. AC and TFE have promoted it. It's in the Pepperbox Discord. Brandon is miserable in the comments. Life is good. I love it, man. I'm going to go over and like it after this. We got to get it to 1,000. Grok won't do it. Just tried. What the fuck? The Muter Museum in Philly, is that Muter? There's a U with dots over it. I don't speak German. Is that Mu or a Mut? I don't know. In Philly, I don't know how I feel about going back to Philly, man. Look, I've been to Philly once, and I'll be honest with you. I thought all large cities were just gross because I have very limited experience in large cities. Philly's just gross. Like, I don't want to talk shit, but like I was like, okay, big cities are just gross. And then I went to DC, and DC is gross, but not to the level Philly is. Philly is pretty gross, man. But I will check it out. Just giving you a hard time. SAC Museum, Omaha, Nebraska. Strategic Air Command. That actually might be a cool one. I know I'm trying to get, there's a Titan missile silo that I'm trying to get into. Well, I'm Mrs. Linecrosser. She's the one who sends all the emails. She does all the work. I'm literally just the talking heads. And I get to pluralize that, and most people can't. I've watched all your videos, and one joke I never got was you two stealing Eustace from Buff. What's the history behind that? I never really built that lore as much as I could have. But basically, the story is that Grandpa Buff, and I haven't even introduced who Eustace is. Grandpa Buff and the U2 were both in the skies around the same time. So, in the same way we have a little sibling rivalry with the F-22 and the F-35, this is before that came to fruition, and I was like, why not have similar systems around the same time have a little bit of a beef? I just never. Holy fuck, Franklin is here? Where's he at? I'm sorry, what? People eat spam? Spam is fucking delicious. You watch your mouth. Obviously, you didn't grow up poor, Xavier. Spam is amazing. Spam stir fry, fried spam. Hold on, I know there's more. Spam on a hamburger? Cold spam in a salad? There's more. Yeah, spam's delicious. Spam and eggs? Yeah, spam and eggs. Spam in a can, just eat it out of that bitch with a spoon, George? You were struggling. He's like, what's a spoon? Spam unironically helped win World War II. Really? And greatly assisted in many others. I know. So it's funny you say a thing about the small island nations getting a source of non-fish meat. Spam, I've never been to Hawaii, but I was told that spam is like a staple in Hawaii. Like it is in a lot of different things. And I never really wondered, like I guess I never really thought of why, but that makes a lot of sense. A non-fish protein source. I spent a lot of money here tonight, but I don't care. Love your content. I'll support any way I can to keep your content coming. McClune, hey man, all I will ever ask for is just watch my videos, man. That's all I will ever ask. And I do really appreciate you being here, McClune. Seller shirt says release the kid. They sell out in a week. What the fuck did you put on that shirt? I don't know. It just said spam and bratwurst. That sounds actually pretty damn good. Spam Misubi, yeah. Spam is as big as Ellis Toad. Spam is where it's at, man. What's with the lights? Are they for your That's it, guys. I'm launching my something planes. I don't know if I can say that word. But yeah. Oscar 1 Launch Control Historic Site, Whiteman Air Force Base. I would like to, if we can get access to it, I want to go to the high-speed rail. The high-speed track. I've been there before, like I've driven past it at Holloman Air Force Base. But I mean, it's the fastest place on Earth. It literally is. It is the fastest place on Earth. Shit on there has gone like on Earth. Obviously, the airspeed record I think is higher than that. Fucking like satellites and shit. But I think on land it did. Hang on. Let me check. Let me check how fast they've gone on that. Mrs. Linecrosser said hello to the mods, by the way. There's actually a spam cookbook. I think we got that from my dad. A manhole cover. Like we said. I'm trying to get to the wiki here. The high-speed test track. Come on. Okay. The HHST currently holds the world land speed record for rocket sled set in April 2003 when it traveled at Mach 8.6, which is apparently 6 million. No. Okay, no, not 6 million. I was like, the way they did it, anyways, 6,453.409 miles per hour. You see why I almost said 6 million? Hold on. Look at this. Look at the 6. That's written fucky wucky. I saw 7 digits and I was like, my brain went million. By the way, this last video, I nearly sharded myself. I'm glad, dude. I'm so glad that you guys enjoyed that video because I had a lot of fun making it, and it's always weird. And me and Mrs. Linecrosser both noticed this. There are sometimes that like I make a video and her and I are both like, it's okay. It's not super funny. And then it just crushes and you guys love it. I'm like, what did I do? Like, I didn't think that was so funny, but this is one of those rare occasions where I was like, I really enjoyed making this video and you guys really enjoyed watching it. I was like, oh, everything is the way it should be. I may have to like trim the hair out of my fucking mouth because it's like going in the corners of my mouth. I have like hair follicles like right on the edge of my lips. The Bone Museum is in Brooklyn. Oh, it's in Brooklyn? I didn't know where it was. What was Sergeant High's punishment for striking a superior? Well, if you must ask, I made it pretty simple. He received... And you guys can go ahead and make sure you go ahead and tell Rich this in his comment section on a regular basis. That for striking a superior, like he did to me, he has been recommended for a field grade, Article 15. But I'm willing to downgrade that for a general letter of reprimand and for him to lose his drill sergeant hat. So, you know, the Army has standards. The Army has standards. Just get a facial Brazilian already? No! I'm trying to let it grow for the first... It's never been longer than this in my entire life. This is as long as it's ever been. I want to just let it go a little bit more. Hopefully it'll stop itching. AMC over in Dover Museum? I have to check it out. That's a good joke. Only his hat, though? Who would win in a fight after World War II? Great question. Let's see here. And in term Japanese man from American or an American POW, how about Japanese? And in term Japanese man, without question. Like, okay, this is a very touchy one to get on. While I agree, the internment camps in the United States were awful to the Japanese American citizens. Those camps were terrible. I agree. Comparing them to a Japanese POW camp, apples and oranges. Like, it was so much fucking worse on that side. Like, really bad, don't get me wrong, really bad, worse in every possible way. Like, so I think it's the easiest way to kind of explain that one. Hill Aerospace Museum, north of Salt Lake, Utah. Man, I haven't been to Utah since I got heavily intoxicated and woke up with a tattoo. Cedar City was fun. They have a pre-production F-22. They have the only SR-71C? That's gangster. Bunker buster missiles. Can they compete with the Moab against ultra high strength concrete? Okay, so to be fair, I'm more the missile guy. I don't know a lot about bombs. However, I know enough for me that, like, so when we're talking bunker busters, like for example, the Moab, different designs. The Moab has more explosive payload than the MOP. That is a statistic fact. However, the MOP is designed to break through shit and explode. The Moab, on the other hand, as far as I know, does not have like a time delay explosion because it's a massive ordnance airburst. It's designed to go off over the top of the ground. So the show is much better with a Moab, but the effect on a bunker is really the MOP. Can you ask a group Super A10 or Super F14? It's going to be a hot take. This is going to be a real hot take, and people aren't going to like it. Super A10. And here's why. We, as far as I know, granted, I don't know everything about everything. As far as I know, an A10 being upgraded and completely redesigned with new, all sorts of shit, I think for close air support would be, like if you had to choose one to upgrade, right? If you didn't have anything else going, if you had to pick one of those, I would say the A10 because it's a more contemporary, I guess you could say, platform. The F14, great platform for the time, wonderful. Can't compete with what we currently have. It just can't. And I think that the frame itself and the body was just too goddamn large for what we're asking a lot of these jets to do nowadays. So I hate it. Check out Fort Sill. I've been there, may have been there once. My favorite part of today's video was a kid going supersonic yelling. Imagine for 2 weeks. I re-recorded that line like 3 or 4 times because at first I was too far away from the microphone when I was yelling it. And then I was like too close. And then like I was kind of like close enough. And then I had to bring the volume down, but then I had to take the jet sounds. And if you pay very, very close attention, the jet sounds before that and then when the kid says that are different volumes. I had to do all that. But yeah, I had a lot of fun with that. You think 2 767s can destroy Frodo? What? Frodo or Fordo? I have no idea what's going on. There's no reason for either. We have better anymore. I love how like Wolfram is in chat, sees weapons going off on his on being weapons, and he immediately like, how can I just turn the fire up on this as much as I can? Wolfram, I fucking cherish you. Leak some classified info? No. I kind of like the team that I work for. Well, not work for anymore, but just the team that I'm on now. Any plans to make a video breaking down some of the dope footage we've gotten of Israeli air defense? Yes, actually I do. That is on my list of things to do. I do want to take a look. The downside is it's really, really hard. So when you're looking at air defense systems, imagine you hear a car in the distance. Okay. Now you can tell that car in the distance. You can tell the difference between a V6 or a V8. V8 has a different fucking resonance to it. But you can't tell if that V6 is in a Challenger or if it's in a fucking Mustang or if it's in an Accord or anything. I mean, some people say they can, whatever. Missiles, like missile defense systems, are that hard. So it's like, it's really hard to break those things down because like I can say, Israel says this was the Iron Dome. I have no reason to not believe them. Now, when they're a little bit closer up, it's easier to discern. But like far away, when you see just missiles climbing, it's like, it's really hard to do. But yes, I do plan on looking at some of those things. I'm sorry, guys. Nothing is perfect. Nice beard. I'm working on it. It's a work in progress. It's not filled in yet. I want it to fill in. Cast Iran into Mount Doom. F-22 versus Su-57. Nicholas? .22 all day. Without question. With one engine missing part of a wing and a pilot that has narcolepsy. And landing gear that has been assembled out of Legos. And the pilot has a butt plug. I'm sorry. I wanted to see how far I could go before I broke. Oh, man. The sound of the Su-57 is cool. I agree. The sound is cool. Honestly, like, just strictly for aesthetic purposes, I do think the Su-57 is a pretty good looking aircraft. Don't fucking butcher me. It is a pretty good looking aircraft. Capability wise, it's hot garbage. An Iranian F-14 could take out a Su-57. Iran has the opportunity to do the funniest thing in the world right now. I mean, if they have any F-14s left. You think the Philly drones were spiderweb defense? I thought it was New Jersey drones. I mean, there might have been some in Philly. Could have been spiderweb defense. How many intercepts will 22 get? I hope at least one. And I hope it's worth a damn. Stealth jet make good sounds. It's due to the intake system. Stealth jet make good sound. How much experience do you have with stealth jets? 0. I have more experience than you do. Because one time I saw one fly over top of my head and I fired missiles off of their radar picture. What do? I'm gonna go put some weapons on the weapon platform. I'm just fucking with you, weapons. I'm just fucking with you. I love the idea of knowing... Only because it's been locked in a hangar for so long. You know, you spend enough time on the internet, you learn about things. You learn about a lot of things. You worked F-35 for years? Yeah, but the F-35 you worked on was probably like the P-35, and you just wanted to tell people it was an F because you were in when Christ was a kid. Jersey, it's all the same over there. That's fair. That's fair. I mean, it could have been spiderweb defense. I don't know. I still don't understand. This is the thing. I don't know what the drones were, but I assure you, 100,000% they had permission to be there. In weapons, you can back me up or not back me up on this, okay? I know how much Uncle Sam knows and sees and pays attention to and everything else like that. And if there's something flying in American airspace, especially for like several weeks, or I think it was over a month, we know about it. We know where it came from. We know where it went. Whether or not they tell you guys, I don't know. Dirty pepperbacks. I'm a dirty pepperback. Hi, Buffalo. That's my big squishy 11-year-old boy. I don't know if you guys know this. I didn't even talk about it on here. Yesterday, Juneteenth, was Fritz's 1-year birthday. He just turned 1. Speaking of plugs, what is the large blue phallic object over your right? So that is, don't take this down, YouTube. That is my bomb. It's not real. It's an empty shell. I painted it blue, and throughout my entire military career, I've had people that I work with sign it. And anytime there's a significant impact on my life, and eventually I'm going to just clear coat it and hang it up. Yeah, a whole bunch of signatures. Thank you so much, OT Draper. Appreciate you being here. Oh my gosh, I did it again. What's the over-under on the U.S. actually waiting 2 weeks? So I think the 2 weeks is one of their proxies provokes us. I think the 2 weeks is not necessarily because we think they're going to come to their senses in 2 weeks. I genuinely believe the 2 weeks is not really for them. It's for us. It takes a while to move pieces into place. I would really like to know how far out certain strike groups are right now. Because as much as, don't get me wrong, I love air power. I love Army. Like, I love what we do. But the premier force projection that the United States has is carrier strike groups. That is the premier force projection. You want someone to know like they're in a bad spot, park a couple of fucking carriers off of their coast with just a gang of other ships with them. Like, yeah, you should do this now. 2 weeks, there's a better moon. That could also be it. Logistics, absolutely. Takes a little while for things to get there at first. You got to build up the log lines. Did anyone else get Top Gun Maverick vibes when Israel hit that nuclear facility? No, I you know what's crazy though? So I went down like a mental fucking rabbit hole, and maybe you guys did the same thing. So I saw the pictures of the Natanz nuclear facility, and those were chef's kiss. Fuck. Those were beautiful. They hit exactly what they wanted to hit. There was no just random craters everywhere like you did with Iran. Like it was absolutely perfect. Right? It was so good. So then my brain went, why the fuck aren't they doing that in Palestine? Right? That's step one. And then my tactical brain went, well, what if they are? And Hamas is actually hiding in all those fucking buildings, and they're like, just every time they level one building with 3 guys in it, one of them survives and goes to another building and recruits a bunch of more fucking idiots. So then I was like, yeah, no, I went down a whole fucking rabbit hole mentally. I was like, this is wow. F-22 flew over your house today? Damn. You could go to Utah and cover there was a Mormon war? There was a Mormon war? Now I have to learn about the Mormon war. We were waiting for the kid video already? I know. Everyone's waiting for it. F-22 versus A-10 depends. And weapons, you can't deny this one. If it's BVR, beyond visual range, F-22 all day long. 100,000 times over. If they start like in a dogfight with each other, depending on who has like altitude, experience, because I don't think, and this is the part that I'm not familiar with, I don't think the A-10 can climb with the amount of force. Like, I know it can climb, but just not with the amount of force the F-22 can. And oftentimes when you're in a dogfight, elevation is both a good and a bad thing. Do they have any plans of doing away with the Sea-Wiz? No, it's an effective system. It does what it's supposed to do. Have I tried the new Dune game yet? Yes, I played it for a couple hours. I've only had time like yesterday and today, so I got like 3 hours in it. It's the jury's still out on whether I think it's good or not. Like, I mean, aesthetically pleasing, looks great. There's a lot you can do, but right now I'm just scraping the bottom of the barrel surviving. And I'm like, I don't know how I feel about that. Is there anything left for the kid to eat in Iran? I don't know. I hope there's some F5s or something. F-22 wins every time. But in cast, the ground boys don't want an F-22. Check in the cast. That's fair. That's fair. I don't even know if the F-22 has ground attack capability. I've been told yes and no, and I've just never looked into it. With 2 AIM-9s and the F-22 pilot was drunk. That's the thing. You know, there was an F-22 pilot. God, I can't remember his name. He was on YouTube, and he was like, and his big thing was, he was like, it's not that like the F-22 is so much better, like technologically, like yes it is, because he was an F-16 pilot before he was an F-22 pilot. And he's like, it just makes everything easy. He's like, there are maneuvers that I can do in an F-16 only because I have years of experience doing them. An F-22 pilot within a day can learn to do those same maneuvers. Like, it's everything in there is just easy. So yeah, I don't know who I was watching, but I remember seeing that. This was fucking 6-8 months ago when I saw that. HLC's about to learn. Dude, we fought over everything. Like, the more I learn about American history, like, and I love American history. I thought, like, my brain goes, okay, Revolution, fucking, I don't remember what came first, if it was the Mexican-American or the Civil War. I can't remember. I want to say it was the Civil War, then Mexican-American. And then it was like World War I, World War II, Vietnam, or not, sorry, Korea, Vietnam, fucking Desert Storm. Like, that was it. Bro, we have been fighting each other a lot. And like, and it isn't even like a random, like, oh, this was a significant battle. It was like, no, this guy thought that this other dude stole a fucking stack of hay, so he showed up to his property with 200 guys and muskets, and it started a whole war. Like, the fuck? Mexican happened first? Okay. The Banana Wars is a doozy. I have not learned about the Banana Wars. I learned about the Pig War. I haven't learned about the Banana Wars. I'm working on it. I'm working on the beard. I don't know when I'm supposed to transition from just this nastiness. Like, I've already trimmed the neck, but I want to know when I start to trim the, or even if I do trim that. I don't know. You didn't tell me about the Pig War. He did. You've never told me anything of use. He does all the time. Yeah, weapons. I don't even know why I have you as a mod. I'm just kidding. Please don't leave. Yeah. Loser. I'm sorry. Hatfield McCoy turned it into, yeah, an interstate scrimmage. Like, Americans, it's weird. I look at history and it's like, you know, people are like, we used to be more civilized. We really weren't. Like, ever in history. God, man, we have just been awful to each other for such a long time. Oh, I don't trim or shape the beard until after a month. See, now I know. I have not shaved this part of my face since I left the army, which was about 2 weeks ago, give or take. Once you get the buggy and dune, the whole game opens up to you. Same with the ornithopter. Yeah, I just got the vroom vroom, the motorcycle thing. I just got that thing. But now they're telling me I need to move my base, so that's what I'm going to go do next. Class. You want crab juice and class. Sorry, it's an old Simpsons episode. But yeah, we got about actually 1 minute. We're 1 minute out. 1 minute. I don't know what I did this for. I don't know why I did that. That's not a hand and arm signal. It's used for fucking anything. He histories me all the time. Look, yes, because weapons has... Look, man. What you guys don't know is Weapons is really articulate in typing. He's really, really good at typing. But talking to him, he's like, you want to learn about the history? I'm like, sure, buddy. He's like, then one time somebody stole my crayons and my Play-Doh, and I stole his shoe. Got the left one, and then I left. And I was like, that's a great story about war. When did this happen? 1904. And it's like, good job, buddy. Great job. So proud of you. He's my Make-A-Wish moderator. I want to get a custom shirt made now and just send it to Weapons. It says Make-A-Wish moderator. Oh man. Well, there we have it, guys. We're at our 2 hours. Max Afterburner's a pilot you speak of. Okay. Toledo Wars, how Michigan ended up with the UP? Really? I actually never looked into that. I just thought it was part of Michigan to begin with. The UP is the Upper Peninsula. I know that because I have family in Michigan. Well, there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. We're at our 2 hours. It is sweltering in here. I definitely got to work on something with that. But I hope you guys like the new setup. From myself and my best buddy Knox, remember, don't do the enemy any fucking favors. Stick around. I care about every single one of you guys, and I want to see y'all here next weekend. Let's have ourselves a great weekend and a great week. See you guys.